friends! It's 2015! Hopefully there will be some exciting stuff in store for this year. I know right now I'm working on getting enough money together to be able to record Come Alive and Always, so fingers crossed that happens soon. I figured the first thing I would do this year is answer some of your questions. So I asked for questions on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and you sent them, and now I'm gonna drop some knowledge, so watch where you're stepping. I'm gonna start on Facebook. First we have Tegan, who wants to know favorite character in TMI, which is the Mortal Instruments series. I'd probably have to say Magnus because he's fabulous and he seems like he'd be super fun to hang out with, and I'm reading the Bane Chronicles right now, which are hilarious. Definitely Magnus. Tasarla wants to know who's your favorite character in the Infernal Devices. And for that one I'd have to say Jem, because I think that we can make beautiful music together and also play our instruments. Bow chicka wow wow! Jenna wants to know, does Grover ever lay on your keyboard for attention when you're recording a song? Yup. Delina wants to know, what was your favorite part of 2014? I would say putting out the album was definitely one of the highlights. Did I find a way to work in the phrase that my album was dropping on September 4th? No. Naomi wants to know, how did you get into songwriting? I just had a lot of feelings. Asis wants to know, if you could go anywhere in time and space, past, present, future, any place, where would you go? Hogwarts. Hogwarts, obviously. Julia wants to know, what is the biggest challenge when it comes to writing your own music and creating your own tunes? I think it's probably trying to make sure I vary it up, because a lot of times when, you know, a person is writing all of their own music and not working with anybody else, you kind of have the tendency to stay in the same like tempo and use the same chord progressions. So it's just trying to challenge myself to make sure that I don't do stuff that sounds too similar to the other stuff that I'm doing. Finally from Facebook, Aylin wants to know, Harry Potter or Jace Herondale? Now let's take some questions from Twitter. @Pez=fish. I get that. If you were a chair, which celebrity would you let sit on you? Jamie Campbell Bower, Theo James, Ansel Elgort. So many nice butts. @Grace Ellingson wants to know, what made you decide to write songs about books at first? I have no idea. I don't know, I think I was just coming off of all of the feels from City of Bones, and I was just like, they're all swirling around me in this giant orb and I need to do something with them, so I decided to write a song about it, and people liked it, so I was like, hey, this could be a thing. Let's do this. I'm gonna make this a thing. Finally, let's go to Instagram. Hayden B46 wants to know, where do you draw inspiration for writing your songs other than books? A lot of stuff just kind of comes from my imagination. I see a lot of my songs as like stories that play through, and I just try and pay attention to the stuff that's going on around me, because there's so much good source material for stories and songs and books all over the place. You just gotta pay attention. IDK_Kenna wants to know, can you even? I cannot. I cannot even. My Book Academy wants to know, what made you decide to start a YouTube channel and put your songs out in the world? I was bored and I was unemployed and I had moved someplace where I didn't know anybody. It kind of came in stages. The first stage was that I did this like silly mashup of songs called Greatest Song Ever Written, and that got a lot of attention, so I was like, hey, I could throw some original stuff out there and see what people think, and I did, and it just kind of went from there. So, you know, anybody that's thinking about doing that kind of thing, I say just go for it. It can be really nerve-wracking, but it's also really rewarding if people, you know, like your stuff, and you're somebody like me who needs constant validation that they're doing good things with their life. Beth in Books wants to know, how old are you? You don't have to answer if it's too personal. I'm 26. One of the questions I get all of the time, and I got on all of my different social media sites, is what books are you going to write about next? So I've got a song that I'm writing based on a book called Cinder. I'm going to be working on a Vampire Academy song this year, but I need some suggestions. I've got tons of books on my list to read, and I can't always guarantee that I'm going to write a song about it because, you know, it's not something you can really force, but I'm looking for your suggestions on what books that I must read and need to have a song written about them. So please let me know in the comments below, what books do you want to see me write songs about? Show me the light, make me feel things. Let's do this. 2015, baby. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I will keep you updated on the progress of doing studio versions of Come Alive and Always, and I will have a new song for you in the next couple of weeks. So, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.